Hi and welcome to the first in a series of sort of how-to videos for Intuition to help you get up and running with your first student. Here we have the information that you'll receive in your confirmation pack. It's the personal language course folder to leave in your student's room, along with a welcome letter and also a personal language. Also wanted to cover here the assessment pack, the day one assessment pack, which is split into 4 sections. We have section 1, which is the Nelson Quick Check Placement Test. The Nelson Quick Check Placement Test comprises 100 questions of 25 multiple choice questions a side. It gets progressively more difficult, so if they are of a lower level, I would suggest that you don't give the full amount straight away. You can gauge them on the back on the inside cover. You can actually show how the test results to give them a level. We do give you the answers in case you don't already know them. We give all the answers here, but what we're really doing is giving the item being tested, and that's simply for speed. The personal study plan is inside here as well, and this is like this is a needs analysis. This is a really good icebreaker, and here we go through all the different areas that they can cover to really sort of try and target and drill down to see what they want to use and what they want to focus on in their course. We would recommend you setting course objectives. I think that's really important, so they can really focus on some key areas. The section on learning styles, it's really good to know what they may or may not like to do. There's a more detailed questionnaire on our resources website. The third section of the diagnostic test is called a listening exercise, which we will email you links to our website again, so you can play them at different levels. There are 4 different podcasts: pre-intermediate, mid-intermediate, upper intermediate and advanced, with questions as well, so that's really good. And the 4th area is, because most people come for oral fluency, is really just to get your student down on digitally or just record them speaking. Playing just a minute is an excellent way to do this. But then if they become more familiar with using the tape or using an MP3 recorder or even your telephone, just to record a lesson or record bits of lessons and play back, record their presentation, it really does benchmark their oral fluency on day 1 and then throughout the course. In terms of planning your course, you'll see on page 10 of our Host Tutor Manual a section on setting out lesson aims and outcomes, which will help you prepare, and also over the page guidelines on what to teach at different levels according to the framework. There's an awful lot of information here on setting by level speaking, listening, reading, writing activities, functions, grammar, vocabulary, topics at different levels. On the reverse side, you will see there's a section on course planning, where you can just sketch out in as much detail as you like, really, just some ideas on what you want to achieve based on the guidelines on what to teach at different levels and the materials that you have, and the personal study plan, what you'd really like to achieve during the week, and then you can fill it out in more detail. But it will give you an idea, if you're short of any materials earlier on in the week, how to resource them, and at the bottom we've got some skills functions that you may want to specialise in. So the weekly lesson sheet is the fulcrum of the course between you and the student, so they can see what they're covering and how much progress. Really try and use it in a constructive and positive way, so they can see the development that they're doing with you. It's also important for us because, without putting too fine a point on it, we don't get paid often until we receive this, so it is essential that we get this back signed. But if you get them to do it on a daily basis, it really will help you as well. The only other bit of administration, you'd be pleased to know, we'll keep it to a minimum, is the end of course report, which is here, end of course evaluation, which again is just putting the starting level, the finishing level, how you thought they improved throughout the course, and then here, which we ask you to, at the end of the day, just write down what you've done and how you've achieved it, and talk them through it. So each day should really have a lesson outcome. Sometimes each lesson might have a lesson outcome, but I think for the purposes of this, if you just did one for the day and talk through what you expect them to achieve, by the end of the day you can have covered off the language point you've done, the skills you've done, any objectives you've done, and write it down and talk through. See if they liked it. They liked some techniques, didn't like others. If they like to specialise more, concentrate more on this or that, and then just get them to sign it on a daily basis. And if you can get them to sign it every day, you'll find that by the end of the day, end of the week, they will have had a course that they feel that they've kind of negotiated with you, and they felt empowered and part of the whole process. I think it really is important that they sign it on a daily basis. You can also use this as a planning, so you can tell them when or when you won't, when they'll have free time, when you can actually plan your excursions with them. And we really would encourage you to give them homework on a daily basis as well. And on the back, if you could just type out a few lines in the email we send you, this send is electronically, just about how they performed and what they covered and the progress they made. And then they have their nice certificate. Okay? I hope that's just clarified the induction and assessment, first day assessment. Thank you very much.